Welcome to Hardstyle Maniacs, where we talk about hardstyle in America. I am your host, Vegas Big Rob, and as always, my co-host.
DJ Magic, yo.
And you can see that we got some really cool stuff that we could show our names at the bottom.
Hell yeah. I love that intro. That's hella clean, to be honest. I like
Thanks.
that.
We're perfecting it. Just in case you're new tuning in, brand new. We're still perfecting our strategy. As we watch our recaps, our replays, we watch what we do wrong and we try to change that.
We always love the feedback. Anybody want to hit us up on social media? You got us, Hardstyle Maniacs.
Absolutely. All social media is at Hardstyle Maniacs. Well, today I'm very excited because in about 15 minutes or so, we are going to call someone very special to us in the show here, a big supporter, and we're a big fan of his. So we're very excited to talk to him and give us feedback on his most recent show.
It was a lot of fun. I got there, early, and it was high energy the entire time. The loft was fairly full most of the night for the side stage, and it was completely packed as far as the venue went. So just a lot of energy. Good experience.
Man, I'm sad I missed it. I was stuck in Vegas. Sadly, I had to work and handle business, and unfortunately, I couldn't make it. But I was excited that Magic got to make it. He got to see everybody. He got to see a couple of artists. You really just get the vibe going on. And thank you for going. By the way, your footage was awesome. We started sharing some of it on our social media on Instagram and TikTok. So people are loving it, and we're very excited to keep going to these shows. And I'm sure we have some upcoming shows that you will find us there. We will make announcements of where we will be. And we're very excited about the way Hardstyle Maniacs is going, and we're very, very grateful for all your support. As we mentioned, that we are the only podcast that's going to be focused in America, and by America I mean again North, Central, and South. But our base is the U.S. So we're very excited to be the hub, the portal, the main go-to when it comes to hard dance. And we thank you, all the promoters, and all of you, headliners and etc. But most importantly, all of you who are in the scene, that love the scene, who actually supported you, the fan, the attendee. You are the most special, vital, key component of this situation, or should I say, of this movement. And we're very excited to be the hub for the hardstyle in America. So we're so excited. I can't even, like, I'm stuttering now because I'm like thinking in my head, like in the morning, like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm very excited that we're gonna cover these topics. And as I'm on the treadmill working out wherever I'm driving, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm rehearsing, and I'm driving and I'm talking about today's show, and I'm like, and here I am live, and like, oh, God.
Well, and I do think that that's one of the great things about events like this weekend. There was such a great energy and such a large crowd that it really does show the upswell of hardstyle in America. I know that we were going to talk at some point, and probably not today, but about Beyond and hardstyle's place and Beyond as an event. And at least in the Southern California area, there's a lot of support in hardstyle and the hard genres in general. So I'm honored to be able to go to these events. It was a lot of fun meeting a lot of new people. Shout out to DJ Misfits, who also had an amazing set, and Geo had an amazing set. Just Darksiders. I can't really say anything too bad about the night. Of course, there's some feedback, just like anything. There's always some room for growth and improvement, and I think it's important to be able to recognize those places as well as where the successes are and where people are doing things right. So, if we have some time, we'll address some of those things as well. But man, anytime there's the opportunity for me to be around a big crowd with loud music, you just point me in the right direction. And you're talking about upcoming events. The next upcoming event that I know for sure I'm going to be at is going to be Beyond San Bernardino at the Nas event. So I think that's going to be March 22nd and 23rd. And then I know they just made the announcement for Hard Summer, which is going to be in August. EDC's in May. So if anybody knows of anything else, hit us up on any of the socials, and I'll make an appearance.
Why not Wasted Penguins? Is that this weekend in San Diego?
Uh, Today, Wasted Penguins, Rewilder, and a few other people are in New York, aren't they?
Yes, I know that. Is it Hard Dance NYC? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, sorry if I butchered that name, but they got the Wasted Penguins, and we're very excited to share their shows as well. So big shouts out to our Hard Dance family out in New York and the east side of the country. We got
for
your back,
sure.
and we're here to support you guys. So any future shows you have, just shoot them our way, and or come on to the podcast. We'll gladly love to talk to you about your scene in the East Coast and how it's growing, and maybe where you see your downfalls and how we can all unite and fix that and help the growth of the hard dance community out there as well. So we're very excited to see these shows coming up. So I know Insomniac, I think in San Diego's had it as well. I could have swore I saw something going out there, but I could be wrong. But I know San Diego has something coming up too. I think it's this weekend. So you know,
Big shout out for having Darksiders and Sub Zero Project, February 22nd out at Hard Dance NYC also. They've just been having all the DJ Isaacs coming up in April. They're honestly just Warface. That's in March. I mean, honestly, I wish I was out in New York right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they got some
well, I don't know
bangers
about
out
that. It's
there.
a little cold out there compared to us West Coast boys.
That's facts.
Especially us
That's
old
big
men here,
facts.
man. I think my snow days are over, but you know what? For hard dance, I think I'll make an exception. So one of these days you'll
Yeah.
catch us in New York. Hey, so we'll be up
Well,
to
hopefully Colorado will be having some momentum soon too. It won't be too far to go if you want some snow. I mean, for the weather, of course. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, and I wanna. There was a couple of people reaching out to us in TikTok. I just started the page as well, or posting on the page. People are reaching out to when is hard. They're excited that hard dance is really making its way. But I heard that Texas has a very small scene. So whatever we can do to help the Texas market grow, you could rest assured that we're going to try our best to capture this and help all areas grow. So just give us some time as Hardstyle Maniacs, a platform, a media platform, we grow. And as soon as we grow, we will start helping all the areas. So it's kind of like, tit for tat, we're helping people, but we at the same token, we need to get that push as well. So be sure to share these videos, our pages, follow, make sure that you share the word that Hardstyle Maniacs is now the movement in the hard dance community for the North America, South America, and Central. So we're very excited to do that. So without your help, we can't go anywhere. And with your help, we will be able to extend that help to upcoming artists. We will be able to do some shows as well. And just in case you're wondering, yes, we are planning a festival. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not giving away names and locations and none of that good stuff, but everything leads to a hard dance festival in the US presented by Hardstyle Maniacs. And we're very excited. I know I spoke to Brandon about this right before the Annihilation show, and it's in the works, but it takes time. A festival isn't something you just grow overnight either. So, with your support, we
Sure.
will be able to help that festival come to reality where it's just going to be hard dance. So, I think we're about 5 minutes out from calling our guest. So, we'll definitely capture a couple more things before we go out to him. So LA Academy again, going back
Sure.
to that one as well. So you said Darksiders. I've seen Darksiders here in Vegas. He actually was opening with Isaac, and
Sure.
so it was, what should I say? Brendan Hart, but he did a great job in his set. I was very vibing to his stuff. He came in, came out strong. Vegas supported him nicely, and it was very welcoming to hear his set. So he really did a good job. I just wasn't sure how you did in LA, how that vibe was. You were there.
Yeah, the Darksider set for the most part, I stayed in the loft because that's where Markor was playing, and he had his set around that same time. The energy down on the main stage was insane the entire night. I know that you'll have some footage where I caught from Geo, the Geo set. Uh, I just spent most of the time during the Dark Sider set up in the Loft, and the Loft is an amazing venue. I don't know, maybe 150, 200 people can be up there, and there was a good crowd. The bartenders were super nice. They had a little space for fresh air and whatnot off to the side, and just no real bad energy at all. The bass, of course, just rattling through everybody's body, and I was actually lucky. I was able to get the cameraman to get some shots from behind the DJ booth,
Oh, I did
which I
see that.
was super
Yeah.
excited about. Yeah.
Videos. Yeah, those are great shots.
One of the things we'll talk.
Go ahead.
So one of the things that we'll probably talk about with the guests later is the only bad part about that part of the venue is it's not very well lit. Like there's a sign that says that the loft is open, but that unless you know to go up there, it's not very readily apparent sometimes. So that's really the only constructive feedback that I'd probably give as far as the people that are putting on the events for the loft. There's got to be some way I think to kind of feed people up there besides just word of mouth from the artists that are performing up there. But no, it was a great crowd, and I was honored to be a part of it.
I do have something to say about the venue and the Academy. It did capture the DJ setup, which was great. The only thing I would say that I would like to see on that loft is maybe an LED wall. It seemed very plain and dark in the back. There really wasn't much to highlight the artist. Not enough visuals. And I'm not saying it has to be like a massive event, visuals and lasers and stuff like that. I mean, they had great lighting, great strobe lights and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been great to have something else to offset or an accent, like an LED wall behind the artist. It doesn't have to be like a massive wall, but something to really give it that that vibe that we're all there for. Like downstairs,
Sure.
You look down, you got LEDs on the roof. I mean, it's
right.
insane. It's like beyond excessive. Like you couldn't really pass a couple of panels for the upstairs loft. Come on, guys.
I see what you mean. Maybe even a flat screen, you know what I mean? A 55-inch flat screen behind him. Yeah,
6 flat screens
for
all
sure.
put together.
For sure.
We're up against the wall here. Before we jump on to the guest, we're going to call him directly on the phone. We couldn't get him on the video, but it's always great to speak to him on the phone anyways, because I wanted to have him see the visual, be part of it. But, we're also very excited. I am going to give him a call. Our guest, if you want to give a little intro while I give him a call, let's see if we can get that going on.
Yeah, big shout out to Markor, who just completely tore up the loft at the Academy this weekend. He's been doing a lot of BassCon shows, and he's got some new releases coming out soon that he mentioned at the last show, and we have a video from him that we're going to be showing tonight.
Yo.
Oh, there he is, Mr.
There he is. What's up, bro?
What's up, guys?
We're very excited to have you again, and we were just talking about the Academy show and how exciting it was, and basically how you tore it up. We wanted to reserve those, exciting, edifying comments about you while you were on the show. So we're just discussing the setup of the LA Academy and what improvements they might, be able to make for future shows, and maybe enhance the loft, stuff like that, and also talking about the current artists that were headlining with you along there. So we were just kind of summarizing a couple things about the show, which were very, very great. But we're excited to have you here again. I know I've said this last time, and I cannot begin to stress this out, but we're very excited that you're a supporter, and we are big fans of what you do. And it is a pleasure to have you here with us.
Oh man, it's a pleasure to be on this. It's cool to see new hard dance podcasts and anything part of this community grow, because that's what we need out here, right?
Absolutely. The more we put in work, the success, it all is felt throughout the entire community, and that's kind of what we're doing, a big movement, and we're happy to have artists grow.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, the whole that the Geo show, like the Academy, sold out, and that was a big surprise. My DM was getting full of, "Hey, can you get me in? Can you get me in? Can you put me on the guest list?" And it was like, "Sorry guys, too late."
Yeah, there's always those late bloomers. Hey, by the way, I am gonna go after all. Can you get me in?
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what though?
But
I just
I
gotta
was
to
very
remind people.
impressed with everybody that showed up upstairs. I know it's a hidden room that most people do not know exists. Half the people that I talked to or DM me, like, were asking, like, where is it? I have to tell them, like, when you walk right in, look to your left, and there's like a hidden staircase that takes you up to this loft area, and that's where it's at.
Yeah, and that's what Magic was saying. There should be more signages and more descriptions when you walk in. Hey, it's main stages over here. The loft is upstairs. We have performances on up both and downstairs, and that would be great to have.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But that's why I was letting everybody know. Hey, I did like a reel and let people know, like, the loft is upstairs. The loft is upstairs. My set time, and everybody showed up, bro. Like, we packed the room. We turned that into the hardcore loft. I don't know if you guys saw, but even Academy posted on their stories part of a clip of my set, and that doesn't happen for the loft.
That's good. That means you provided great marketing content. We got a couple of clips where I'm about to show. I know you won't be able to see them, but you might recognize them because you obviously did the set, and maybe you can give us a little description of what was going on through your mind while you were doing these sets. So let me play the first set here, see if you recap your memory and tell us exactly what you were going through. After the post is done, so I'm going to mute you so that way it doesn't conflict or create echo. But yeah, let me play the first clip. Here we go.
Okay.
Axiom, the tasty truth.
Damn. Jeez, to be there would have been insane.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. I have to say that crowd was really into it that night. And like, part of DJing, I mean, we have to always show our excitement, get the crowd going, but like, I was feeding off that crowd because everybody was into it.
That's amazing. When you reciprocate the energy, that's the dream right there. It doesn't matter you have one person or 1,000 people or 100,000. You reciprocate energy, good energy, bro. It's a set that you don't even notice. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I got a lot of a lot of DMs after that show, and people were happy with my set, obviously, and like created new fans. I even got there was a couple that came up and gave me, gosh, what do they call it? I'm old school. So like we all used to call it candy, but it was like a necklace that's perlers. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, the candy necklaces. Yes.
Yeah. So it was like a picture of my mask. I posted that on my social media.
Oh,
But they made me
nice.
a necklace with the picture of my mask. I mean, getting gifts like that is so. I mean, it's just inspirational. Like you take that home, it's like, it reminds you why you're doing things like this. Is creating that fan base and letting people come and enjoy themselves.
Absolutely.
And that clip, I'm sorry, I'm not by my computer, so I couldn't see what it is. I think I heard the Creed's song, right? The Creed's remix that Party Razor and F Noise made that I
Yes.
played. Yeah, so
Yeah.
at that point, man, like the crowd was really in. I went from 190 to 200 up tempo, and at that point, like I was up at the 200s, obviously, and the crowd was just going wild. So I had to throw in, something familiar. Creed's is huge. That song, push it, and so I threw that in, and everybody was loving it. But it was like the whole time, man, the energy was good. I got to test out three of my new tracks. One of them was the promo track that did well. I have a remix, a harder edit of my Feel Good track that did super well because it has zag kicks, little like what I like to call like industrial zag kicks, and a mixture of like up tempo kicks too. And the first drop of that track, the kick when it hits, like everybody was just screaming. And I'm gonna post a recap of like the drops that I had where people were just like screaming. So that'll be out tomorrow, and I'll post that up on my TikTok and Instagram. But yeah, the whole vibe of that night. I mean, Magic was there. He got a lot of clips too,
Oh yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I used some of those in that reel too. But man, like just the whole vibe was off the hook up there.
That's very exciting, man.
Yeah,
Where do
I
you?
played up there last year for the Coon Party,
Right.
and people showed up, but not as much as this time. So we're growing. The Markor, brand and following is growing, and that's a good thing. That's what we want. I brought some people from the underground came. They'd never been to the BassCon shows, and so we need that. And talking to the promoter, beforehand and after, she was just saying, like that they were very impressed with what I'm doing, and hopefully it's true, but they're like main stages in the future. So we'll see.
What?
We got to
What?
keep pushing, get people out there, show them what's up. And if we could turn that loft into a hardcore loft again, I mean, that's just so fun. I like that, how intimate it was, and get to talk to people right after and handing out stickers and, that whole thing.
Quick question. Besides putting a better neon sign leading up to the loft, what do you think
I could barely hear you, bro.
One second. Are you there?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Better
Okay,
now.
cool. But besides maybe a better sign, besides the neon sign leading up to the loft, what do you think would be the best way to enhance the experience of the shows up there?
You want to repeat that, Robert? I'm sorry. It's like really, I can't really hear that.
He's asking like besides doing like an obvious signage or enhancement pathway to lead everyone upstairs, what would the best thing for the academy to add to the loft to really enhance the attendees experience? More visuals, sounds, anything that would help really bring life to that loft, which I believe it really needs.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, when you walk in, I think there's LED screens when you walk in, or there used to be. I didn't really catch it this time, but maybe they could put something up, you know, arrows like saying, hey, there's a second stage. I mean, that would help out too. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's
a venue
that's one
issue.
thing.
No, we were talking about
yeah.
we were talking about
That's
maybe
definitely out of my
adding.
hands for sure. But I think the best thing we can do is just keep promoting it, letting people know via social media, making videos and letting them know what's up.
Yeah, and if
You know, because
go ahead.
it's good just to I think it's always good to have multiple rooms, you know. Sometimes the main stage can get too packed, you know, or the vibe's different. You want something more intimate, you know, you want to check out a new DJ, because I always encourage people, check out the up and comers, because, you know, one of these days they're going to be the ones that are on the main stage.
Well said. That's exactly what, you know, I seen a post today say, remember who the openers are, because one day they will be on the headliners. And that's very true. You know, we all start someday.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody's got goals, you know, and everybody, DJs need the support. It's very hard these days because there's so many, you know. So you just got to stand out, you know, which I think the mask helps out a lot for me. I think it's very appealing, you know, the white mask, like people can see it from afar, they recognize it's you. And now I'm getting recognized without the mask. Like I got recognized just like walking around down the main stage, taking pictures with people, which it's cool. It's a good feeling, you know, and to know that people appreciate what you're doing, like in your music, because that's what keeps us producers going and creating our own style, you know.
Absolutely.
Where do you get your inspiration for your productions now as a producer?
I'm sorry, Magic. It's so like breaking up. I really can't hear you. I'm sorry, bro.
He was asking, where do you get your inspirations from to produce music?
Oh, gosh, so many places. It could be also my moods. Like if I'm going through a heartbreak or just feeling down.
Angry.
Yeah, you know. And then also it's about like with hardcore especially, it's all about the kicks, right? So there's hours and hours where I'm just, before I even write like a melody or something, like I just try to make my own sample pack of kicks. So that way when I'm in the mood to write a melody or go off some vocals, you know, I have my kicks ready and they're easy to fit in. But I think the hardest part is training your ears to understand what's hitting right in the kick, which is usually like the mid range, you know, and having it match just perfectly. So when the fans hear it live, like it just sounds so clean and crisp through the speakers.
Yeah, the subs and speakers. Yeah, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to ask you something. What would you tell an upcoming young DJ, you know, advice? What would you tell them? You know, they're in the starting point. They see you perform, you inspire them. And what would you tell those people that are just like, you know what, this is probably for me. I want to do this. I want to be where he's at. What would you recommend for them to do? I mean, basically the advice you would give anybody.
Gosh, as a producer, you know, just work on your tracks, and always like just ask for feedback online, you know, like find your favorite producer, whoever it is. You know, mine's always been in Vitral and Dither, with this new generation, and you know, try to kind of recreate like what they're doing, but give it your own flavor, you know, and expect like the bad feedback, the no's, and this doesn't sound good, you know, that's good, you know, because you have to go through all that to get to that point. I went through all that, you know, and I still get no's from my label, and you know, and other artists don't like this or they don't like that. But just don't give up. There's so many times, and every artist goes through this, even the big guys I've talked to. There's times where you're like, I can't do this anymore. It takes up so much time, it's so hard, and the politics of the scene and all that, but you have to, that's the hardest part, is overcoming that and just sticking through it.
Well said. I agree.
Yeah.
Follow through. Don't compromise. Any criticism is welcome. Constructive. Use it. Build it.
Yeah, exactly. And just, even if your favorite artist doesn't respond, just keep sending them messages, because one day they will. I got so many no's before I signed to the Third Movement. That I heard from like Neophyte, from Masters of Hardcore. Luckily, they would just say like, "Hey, we like this. We want you to. It'd be cool if you could change it this way," or this isn't for my label. But luckily, Promo was like, "Hey, man, I like what you're doing." And he's never been like, "Oh, I want you to change this or that." He's let me be my own person and producer.
Music is art, and you are the artist.
Yeah.
Paint it your way. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. And I think right now, it's so easy to follow the trends of like up tempo, or like what's sounding good, or that track does well, I want my sound to sound like this. Like, just, I want people to remember, like, it's okay to be unique and different. They, so many artists have come up, like, in Vitro, he started industrial, and then he kind of moved to his up tempo, but you could tell like his up tempo still has that industrial like feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's made it his own, which to me, like, I love that. And in the hardcore scene, you do see a lot of imitations, in sound and songs, which is cool, but I would like to see more diversity.
Absolutely. Diversity is always great in the scene. Now, collaborations. Who would you like to see yourself collaborating with in the future, or in, upcoming, shows or something like that?
Right. I mean, I think everybody says Anger Fist, right? Like, I would love to do something with Anime, and Vitral, Dither. We've talked about it before with Little Texas, and we'll see if that happens again. But yeah, right now I'm kind of, that's for, I would love to do collabs like that. But right now I'm also like working on my own sound, and I find that difficult to do when you collaborate.
Two styles.
Because everybody,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm really trying to define. Like I said, Ed Vitral is like one of my favorite producers, and I like how he kind of just took up tempo and made it his own sound, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. Is trying to make hardcore my own sound.
Absolutely. Once you define who you are in the industry and you set the pathway, it's probably easier to work with somebody once you're established and everybody knows this is the unique sound of Markor. And now we're going to collaborate with someone else as a fresh, new, different art style. And those two colliding are going to make something massive. And I agree with that. That's a very good point. Most people will just kind of look at it from a different perspective, be like, well, I would like to work with this person because he's going to help me grow. But you just kind of hit the nail on the head. Let me define who I am first before I decide and spread my wings and help others as well.
Yeah, I want people to listen to the track without looking at it at the artist or anything and be like, oh, that's Markor. You know what I mean? I think that's key. Just to tell by the kicks or the way things that are structured. Ruler's done that very well. Sick Mode, in the raw style scene, I think Vitral's done that. Dither's done that. And so I think that's key to be successful, successful and different.
I agree. We got a couple more clips of the Academy if you want to stick around, and then we're going to lead off and probably let you go. We've taken too much of your time, but before we do that, I want to run a couple of clips and also play one of your tracks. So okay. We got one more clip here from the Academy, two more clips actually, and then we're going to come back and then we'll talk about your track here.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, see, that one was actually a pretty quick clip. Um, so back to the point here, like collaborations. We spoke about your art, your passion, your sounds. And what about future shows? You have anything coming up in the next 6 months, year?
Honestly, I have nothing. I'm sure that I'll play. I'm very close with the Strictly Hardcore crew here in downtown LA, which I feel like they throw great underground events, especially for hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure I'll do that again pretty soon. Hopefully, another BassCon show, because everybody that showed up, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, they were very impressed with how many people were up there, and that's exactly what we needed to to keep going, so that they know Markor is still out there, and we need to get them on the main stage, bro.
Oh, well, we're gonna certainly try. So we're gonna blast you all over the place too. So, when you get fresh tracks, anything you want to, sneak peek, hopefully you think of Hardstyle Maniacs to kind of reach out to other people and give out the teasers. But we're on our mission to help not only artists such as yourself, but others get into that main stage, in these major festivals. So, kind of like Hardstyle Arena and Fresh Entertainment, my boys out there,
Right.
They did a great job in Los Angeles. I just hope that they come back soon. I won't get too much into that topic. I know the owner, obviously, of Fresh Entertainment, but I know that they did very well in the hardstyle scene, and they brought a lot of new talent to the light. And I see a lot of the artists that were performing at the Fresh Entertainment shows years ago. Those guys are headliners now. It's insane.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we need more, local support too. There's so many great DJs. I mean, I got to share the stage with Misfits and Zeus, and, Misfits, she's really good, man. She's got that good following. She plays amazing up tempo, and it's cool to see her grow as well. I mean, we've supported each other over the years, and, I just love seeing that and be able to share stages with DJs like that.
I might be running into her this weekend. She's going to be out here in Vegas, and I was texting her. So I might be able to get a quick little meet with her this weekend for her birthday weekend. But we will be planning on having her on the show as well. So we love sharing the platform with everybody. And Misfit is one of them that we're going to, as well as Do or Die. So,
yeah,
I don't want to forget about my boy out there, Do or Die. You're on the list, my brother, and we're going to bring you as well. We're all going up, man. And we're all staying down.
Yeah, he's doing good things too, bro. And I love seeing people grow like that. I got to play that. He played at the Core show too, and so did Misfits. So, having this crew of promoters, booking us as well on the same lineup is awesome.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. So we're very excited. Now we're going to go into your track. I don't want to take too much of your time. I do appreciate you. I know it's late. And by the way, happy birthday to your little girl. I know it was yesterday, but
thanks, bro. Yeah, we're going to go. I'm going to take her out to sushi dinner tonight. So that's the plan after this.
Shit, can we go?
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time, man. I'm sorry for the short notice and everything.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know, well, you can't see it, but I made the shirt. I just I'll reach out to you on the private sector so I can get your shipping details. But
hell yeah, bro.
I made some t-shirts and stuff like that. If anyone watching, I made it's upside down, but I'm also working on, sorry guys, I'm also working on some hoodies. And I know we're about to miss the hoodie season, but it's going to be a teaser. Only a couple of people are going to get them, and obviously Markor's going to be one of them.
Awesome, bro. I'll be sporting that shit for sure.
And we'll send you a couple of t-shirts. I got some hats. I'm working with Dimension G out there as well to develop some great products as well. So be sure to check out Dimension G in his shop. He's got an amazing line array of hardstyle gear.
Hell yeah, dude. That's the homie. Actually, I don't know if he's already said anything, but we also have been going back and forth about a Markor shirt, and Dimension G shirt. I mean, he's done some of the design right now, and it's coming out pretty dope.
Amazing stuff. See, this is the unity I'm talking about. Big shouts out to Geo, Dimension G, and we will be working with you as well. And we'll bring him on the show too. You know, we got to bring him, give him some spotlight too, because, you know, vendors out there in the community deserve spotlights as well too.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. He's doing big things for the community too, man. Like he's always at the shows, supporting, you know, the local artists, and also, you know, selling his stuff. I mean, I wear his shit to the gym all the time.
Yeah, hardstyling weights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. So before we let you go, we got one track, Feel Good. This is the one that we wanted to showcase for you. So with that being said, thank you so much, Markor, for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you again.
Well, thanks for having me, man. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up to the event. I mean, you guys really showed like that you guys love hardcore, and showed BassCon like, hey man, we can have our own stage, you know, just for hardcore, and people will show up.
Absolutely.
And it meant a lot to me, for all the compliments, all the DMs, the gifts. I mean, that necklace, everything. So I just want to thank everybody, you know.
There you go, guys. Thank you for tuning into Markor. Markor, thank you so much. Here's your track, Feel Good. We will see you again in the future. For those of you who are going to stick around for the remainder of the show, we got some great stuff too, and we'll continue on more on the topic. Marco, thank you. Have a great night.
Thanks, man. You guys too, man. I'm going to go fill up on some sushi. Hope you guys enjoy the track, and just know I do have a new edit. I'm not sure if it's going to come out on a label or something that might be a bootleg, but yeah, so you guys the Feel Good track right now that you guys are going to hear is still awesome, but I did a 200 BPM edit, so that hopefully will be out soon.
Awesome. Can't wait. Talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks.
Peace.
My goodness. Ooh.
Just like start to finish, insane. I love that shit.
It
really do.
It went pretty fast, actually. It was a blink of an eye. I was so into it.
Well, and he's supposed to have that remix coming out soon. You know, I hope that he's able to put that on iTunes, Spotify, all the other different places. But I know that his socials is what DJ Markor, Markor.
Yes. And we'll put the link to
Definitely
all
check
the
him
media
out.
pages on the description here. And we will be posting this broadcast on hardstylemaniacs.com. And we will put all the social media there, along as with the playlist and links to where you can listen to it. And to our Hardstyle Maniacs TV on YouTube. So exciting stuff.
I wanted to address something that he mentioned, and he wasn't able to hear me too much, so I didn't want to bring it up. But about guest list, right? I understand everybody loves the idea of being on the guest list, and there's a certain status that comes with it, being able to say, "Oh, I know the artist, and I know a promoter or whatnot. I was able to get in for free." But I would challenge people, especially in the hardstyle community, as we're trying to grow so much. Pay the $20. You know what I mean? Like, if you go out to the movies, if you go to dinner or anything else, these are your friends that are performing. These are people that you respect, that you want to support. That's the reason why you're coming out. If you get an early ticket, a lot of times it's only 10 or $15. You know what I mean? Like, if you get in early, follow social media, sometimes you can get discounts, discount codes from the artists. So if someone's out of guest list, don't trip. Still come and show support. Honestly, that's the only way we're going to be able to continue to grow as a community, as a genre. Is if people say, like, even myself. I know Markor. I'm sure that if I would have asked him early enough, I could have probably gotten on the guest list. But I told him, no, use that spot for someone else. I paid for the tickets. Not a big deal. I just wish that more people would kind of take that approach. That $20, $25 for a sold out show, that kind of energy at the Academy. I mean, that's really not a bad price for an evening of entertainment.
I cannot agree with you more on that. It's very important. Like they say, you want to know who your friends are, start a business.
For sure.
No one's going to buy anything from you because they just think that because they know you, they're going to get things for free. And to a certain degree, like you said, it's cool, but it's not cool. It really isn't. This person's starting a business. There's so much investment. For artists, there's time, there's equipment, there's so much into learning the process, going out. It's years of experience to get to where he's at, and then you want to devalue him. But hey, it's $25. You guys spend $100 on brands you don't even know. Like you can just go out there.
Sure.
Jordan shoes and stuff like that. You don't know Jordan personally, right? Yeah, you don't know the Rock. You just see wearing his Rock. No, support your friends. Pay for the admittance fee and really show them, because that's really where it helps them. Believe it or not, these promoters are putting headliners on their shows, hoping to generate profit. Now, I understand that sounds really, really bad. Like, oh, why am I going to let him make profit? But if this artist brings in people, they're going to bring him on to next shows, and they're going to scale them up, and scale them up. And that's how you help your friends, especially the artist communities, and it's really something that, that's a great point to bring up. Don't expect to be on the guest. If you could get on the guest list, that's fine, but don't do it. Opt out of it, support, and pay for your ticket. I agree with you on that one, 100%.
For sure. It's one of those things where, like I say, it's great if you can, but really at the end of the day, just to support your friends, support your family, it makes sense to me. And a lot of people don't understand that artists oftentimes are limited. They only get a set number to begin with. So if they say no, maybe they've already given them to their immediate friends and family, their crew. Sometimes they may have an agent or a manager or something that they need to bring with them. So the guest list process as a whole is one that it's great that it exists, and I understand why it's there. But some people, they can get a little upset sometimes. And like there was a guy that was kind of walking around while I was waiting for the show, talking about, oh, how much better he was because he knew the artist and stuff like that. I was like, really? That's not a good energy to be bringing to the event to begin with. It's cool that you knew somebody, but at the end of the day, just knowing someone doesn't necessarily make you anybody either. So it's not that much to support your friends. It's not that much to be able to support the genre, the community as a whole. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is a lot of times an artist or a promoter might be able to get extra guest list or be able to, I, as a promoter, would tell someone, hey, if you can help bring 3 4 5 people, I will pay for your ticket myself. You know what I mean? So I might not be able to get you on the guest list, but if you can help me bring people in the door, you don't have to pay to get in. I'll make sure that I take that out of my pocket so that you're still going to have a fun time tonight if you can help me promote the event, especially if you're going to help me sell tickets. So there, even if you can't afford it, and maybe you can't afford it, but you still want to go to the event, or maybe you just need to have a night out because you're having a bad experience. Sometimes you talk to the promoters and they'll be willing to work with you. I saw Hard Dance NYC just posted about that the other day. If you really want to go and you can't afford, sometimes they'll be able to work with you. So there are other options besides that, but I don't know that I've taken more time on this particular topic than we probably should. But it's important, just because you're not able, maybe the guest list is sold out, still come on down. If we have a sold out show, it's more likely that we're going to have more shows.
That's facts. That's just straight facts. The most important thing is that you're there for your friends and the community as a whole. The more people start showing up to these events, it creates marketing content. It shows investors that, hey, these guys are doing something special. Let's invest in them. Then that means their shows get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that just means more opportunities for you guys to enjoy hard dance events. So it's a circle of life, and it's a great circle if we all participate. And it only works if we all do it correctly. We all got to go and participate. We got to pay for these tickets, and we got to be there at all these events, no matter how big or small they are. And that's the only way it's going to grow. And without that, go.
Well, yeah, and the last thing I think I wanted to touch on the topic is buy your tickets early. You don't know how many times I see people last minute trying to get an EDC ticket or trying to get a ticket to one of these festivals, and I'm like, bro, you're buying it for 2 to 3 times the face value of the ticket or the early bird price that you could have gotten it for had you just planned out. You knew you were going to go. You've gone every year for the past 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, minus the pandemic anyways. Get on a payment plan or whatever you have to do, but just plan out your life a little bit better. I mean, we're talking about good, healthy habits here, right?
And exactly, a lot of these festivals have payment plans. It's like really $10 down. What is it? $10 a month, whatever it is. It's better to pay $10 a month than it is to pay $300, $400, $500 just to get that last minute ticket. Just so plan accordingly, support your friends. And by the way, I like your Hardstyle Arena shirt.
Thank you.
It meant to come.
I've been trying to mix it up every week. You know what I'm saying? I got the Bone Thugs hat this week. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it in
the cycle of life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Gotta support the homies and honestly, Bone Thugs has always been one of my favorite groups in general, no matter what the genre is. I had the opportunity to go check them out with my son in LA a couple months ago, and it was a fucking amazing show. It was weird because Busy wasn't there, and I know this is kind of off topic, but they did their best having 4 out of the 5 of them there.
Well, A for effort.
It was a fun show. It was a fun show.
We're wrapping up the hour here. We got about 4 minutes left. Before we're up against the wall. You want to play, I guess, one last song? I had 2 of them lined up, and I really wanted to play Do or Die's mix. So if you guys want to catch Do or Die's mix, be sure to visit YouTube channel Hardstyle Maniacs TV. That mix is insane. That was his live set for the Hardstyle Maniacs event here in Annihilation, and I've heard it literally about 50 times already. Like when I work out in the morning, that's what I got going. So it's insane.
So maybe we can play some of it after our next episode too. What do you got going on right now, or for the next clip?
For the next clip, I'm gonna end it with Geo as he headlined the Academy. I think it would be appropriate to place one of his more popular songs, Tetris.
Sure.
I remember Tetris when the remix came out in the 90s, a techno version. Dude, that was like insane. And here we are, like 40 years later, it's still popular and banging. So
the Geo set was insane, to be honest. I didn't understand why they had him as the second to last artist for the night. That didn't make any sense to me. I'm sure there was wisdom somewhere in that I didn't understand, but he did an amazing job.
Hey, and big shouts out to the promoters out there who put the show together, by the way. I met someone, I think Liz is a promoter for Insomniac. I'm not sure if she's the one that put that show together, but big shouts out to you guys. Great job on the BaseCon at the LA Academy show. It was amazing. We look forward to the next one. We will probably be attending another one if I can get out of Vegas. If it's a time frame where I can make it, I'm not stuck at work, I will be there. I promise that I will be on the next show. So I'm going to try to keep my word to it. Make sure to look out for Magic as well in Southern California as he hits shows. Be sure to follow him on all social medias. His links to his page is right by his name. So be sure to follow him. Be sure to follow Hardstyle Maniacs. And remember that it's free to help the community grow. The more you guys share the Hardstyle Maniac videos and podcasts and pages, the bigger we get. The bigger we get, the more opportunities we can create for upcoming artists. So, Hardstyle Maniacs, we want to say thank you for tuning in. Magic, you got anything before we go?
No. Drink responsibly. Oh no.
Right, that's the deal.
Party responsibly, look out for your fellow man. Plur. Peace, love, respect.
All right, guys,
unity.
stay tuned to the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Biggest Big Rob and
DJ Magic, yo.
Take care. Have a good night or a good day.
La mano derecha, pero
some Tetris mother. Mother. Tetris mother. Tetris mother. Tetris mother. Tetris motherfucker. Say some 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 Tetris motherfucker.